I'm gonna fix 5 houses that my viewers sent in my Discord. In my Discord, I open a channel for anyone to submit any build that they want me to fix in a video. I have some really talented builders in my Discord, so I'm not sure how much better I could really make them, but let's get right into it and fix the first house. Yo, Editor Owen here. I just want to say that this video was actually released a couple hours ago, but it got claimed for copyright because someone rapped over a Nintendo beat and then claimed it, so I had to change the music for the re-upload. I hope you enjoy it, and maybe if you already saw the video the last time it was uploaded, you rewatch it, for the algorithm or whatever, but yeah, let's get into the video. All right, first up, to start us off here, we got this house from Level Wilson. I actually really like this house, which is kind of why it's first in the video. I don't think there's really a whole lot that I'm going to be able to fix with it. A couple like small nitpicky stuff, but just a very solid house. Oh yeah, so it's up because, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to really fix. I'm going to start with like some basic landscaping stuff though, just kind of make it blend into the terrain a bit better because, of course it just kind of looks like it's on a flat piece of grass. Let's, I guess get a path in to start. Based off like the kind of theme of this, it does feel kind of like a farm, but it also just feels like a medieval sort of like village house. So I think I'm going to kind of make the path more like straight than I would usually make it. I think I like that shape. Yeah, like again, like my idea for this house is kind of that it's in like more of like a town sort of setting. I'm not sure if that was the intention. It kind of looks like it might be like also kind of on a farm, maybe with the hay bales. But for this, we're gonna do a bit more like a sturdy sort of road. I'm just gonna get packed mud and we'll texture it with the mud bricks. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I don't have any like real plan with this, honestly, but I don't know. I think it'll look fine. So just something like that. And then I guess we'll make some coarse dirt in here, and then some proper path. Yeah, like that. It kind of looks like it's pretty heavily worn down, but still like an actual like proper path with the bricks and everything. Yeah, something like that. Actually, kind of like that. We'll get some grass and leaves around. I'll get some fence too. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I could really change the actual house, so I honestly feel like I'm kind of procrastinating doing it because I don't know what I'm really gonna change. I mean, there's definitely like a thing or two that I would change on it, but yeah, I'm trying to keep the main spirit of the original house too, so just keep that in mind if I make any weird kind of changes later in the video. But yeah, let's get some wildlife around here, some plants and stuff. I guess plant life, not wildlife, whatever, who cares. I think I'm gonna get rid of this hay bale here. Maybe I'll make like a more proper farm sort of section, but I'm gonna get rid of that for now. Just to kind of continue this around. All right, that's not bad. Now let's get some grass. Like I said in the intro, by the way, if you want to be in the next episode like this, I don't know when I'll do it, but I'll do it at some point. Just join the Discord, and there'll be a channel in there to submit your builds. So yeah, consider setting something, But all right, I like that kind of like environment I got going around here. It's pretty solid. I think what I'm going to do is actually fence this sort of area in completely. They'll make like a little horse area here, I think. And we'll podzol, kind of coarse dirt, just to kind of look like, just like an animal enclosure here, I guess. Some moss, cauldron, hay bales. That's probably about it. Well, for the outside, I mean, at least. I want to do a bit more like stuff to the actual house, but for like the terrain and everything. All right, I think I like that. I think that's a pretty good improvement. Makes it look like it fits more on the plot of land here. All right, now we got the actual house to worry about. I guess I should put a horse in here, but it's just gonna leave. So I don't really, like, it's just gonna walk away, All right, that's kind of the best solution I had. I don't know why he's spinning. Is he just gonna spin there? That's kind of fire. Okay, he's just gonna spin here forever, isn't he? Oh my god. Whatever. We're gonna leave the horse spin. Okay. For the rest of this house here, I'm gonna just kind of look around and see some things I'd change. I did notice something, which is on... Did I break something? I don't think I did. On the back here, you can see the stone through here, but then on the front, it's log instead, which is kind of weird. I'll get some spruce kind of stuff out to just add a bit of shape around, and that's probably about all I'm gonna do for this build, because I actually do like the build a lot. Kind of like something like this, kind of make the frame look like it curves up a bit and kind of continues over there, I guess. Trapped over here. Yeah, all the details are gonna be very nitpicky here, because, again, I like this house, so... But I think I like that. It just has a bit of shape here. But other than that, I don't really know. I guess like I could do something like this around here, but yeah, again, very kind of nitpicking sort of details. I do think it is an improvement, but it's not like crazy. Okay, there's a reason we're starting with this one, all right? Because this is definitely the easiest one to fix. All right, I'm gonna do I think glass smoke for this chimney. I think would actually look pretty cool. So we're gonna get just a few colors of glass out. I'm honestly not great at doing this, so we'll see if it looks good or not. I don't know. I guess we'll see. All right, I think that's about it. I think the glass came out all right. It's not my best, but it's pretty solid. Just added a bit of shape, added some kind of landscaping stuff, plants around. I think I made a pretty big difference. Solid build to begin with, but yeah, I like the improvements we did. Horse is spinning, of course. Oh, but yeah, let's move on to the second house. Next up for house number 2, we have this kind of cherry, spruce, and calcite sort of themed house here, built by Vava, I believe is how you say that. Sorry for butchering names in this video, you know, my bad. Oh, but yeah, nothing too, like, noteworthy about this house. It's not bad. There's nothing that really stands out too much. I think the palette is a bit interesting. I kind of like the use of, like, barrels and stripped wood for the frame. But the roof is a bit plain, and the walls could use some texturing. That's kind of what stands out to me when I look at it, at least, when I'm thinking about what to fix. So yeah, it kind of gives us a nice place to start, I guess. There's an interior in here, of course, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, I think I'm going to start with the roof shape, actually. I think I should just carry this up to a point, which should be a really easy fix. Basically, just take, you know, this, just kind of, maybe even take the original sort of thing if you want. But I feel like that's, not the best. Maybe some trapdoors and gates, kind of fix this shape a bit. I don't know, not a fan. I think let's do something like this. We'll extend this up just like an extra block, and it should kind of fix all this roof stuff. I mean, maybe you like the way this roof looks. Wow, I place those beautifully. I personally don't. I don't know. Do something like that. Or we could even do one taller, which I think is what I'm going to do. I think what I'm going to do is actually make like spikes going across this, sort of kind of alternate. I like that. I don't know if these would look good here. Why not? I like that. We're going to do some texturing to the roof too, of course, but I'm just focusing on the shape for now. We'll do something similar here. Well, again, we'll just kind of extend this up a block. And yeah, that kind of fixes a lot of like my issues with the roof of this house. Of course, yeah, again, except for texture. I think that's already like an immediate improvement though, in my opinion. Maybe you don't like it though. Let me know down below, by the way, if you think I make any of these houses worse. That came up in the last time I did this, but you know, whatever. I was trying to think of a gradient for this roof. Pink is kind of a difficult color in Minecraft because like they don't really blend that well, like pretty much at all. I'll show you what I mean. I think this is the second video in a row where I'm talking about this, but basically pink blocks don't really blend. This is not like in order, by the way, but just like me laying all the pink blocks out. Every single one of them clashes, basically, except for, in my opinion, this kind of works, but even then, not really. And these two kind of work together, but again, not really. So it's kind of interesting to texture cherry wood, but I'll give it a shot. I think making this in a full box will actually make this look a lot better because then I could texture it more. But I don't know, we'll see. I'm just gonna start getting some other blocks in, and we're gonna see what I could kind of do with this roof here. I'm not sure yet. All right, now we need some cherry leaves in. I think it might start to come together. I'm sure I made this build a lot worse for some people, and you know, that's kind of just how Minecraft building works, in my opinion. Like, not everyone is gonna like everything, you know? That's kind of unfortunately true, but it's the way it is. Can't please everybody. All right, you know what? I really like the way that roof came out. I wasn't really super sure before. I think it's a almost objective improvement. I don't see how you would disagree with that, but you never know. Next up, I'm gonna texture the walls. Kind of gonna get the classic just block palette out that I would normally use for this, which is just basically this. Should be pretty simple, I don't know. Because, I mean, calcite looks good, but just breaking it up a little bit, I think makes it look a lot better. Yeah, just something like that. I mean, I like it. I think it adds a lot. I don't know. I'll just do that everywhere real quick. All right, I like the way the walls look now. Trying to think of what else I really need to do. I'm gonna fix the path, add a bit more like shaping, I think, around here, because some parts like this look a bit empty. I'm gonna figure out what to put there. Yeah, then I think we're about done. I don't know. All right, I think I feel pretty good about calling it there. I think that's a pretty objective improvement in my opinion. Kind of kept the original spirit of the house, you know, original shape and everything. Just added some texturing, redid the roof, path, some different lights and plants and that kind of stuff. But I think I like it. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, wait a second. Now let's move on to the next one. Next up, we got the third house, built by this person. I'm not even gonna try, all right, I'm sorry. It's a cool house though. I like kind of what they were going for with the roof. I'm pretty sure this is what they're going for, but maybe not. My interpretation is that these are kind of like, I don't know. I interpret it as like a green roof, but maybe I'm wrong, like plant life and stuff. So I think what I'm gonna do is kind of rework it a bit for like more nature stuff going on in it. I'm not entirely sure, but other than that, there's not a whole lot I don't like about the house. A bit more details around, some shaping stuff, but that's probably about it. But yeah, a lot of it's gonna be on this roof. I think I want to go for moss, honestly. I'm gonna kind of remove some details so I can kind of have a clean slate to work on it. This one shouldn't be that bad to fix though, I don't think. Yeah, I think I just want to slightly rework the block palette for the roof. I think lime is probably mostly too bright, but I think if we get like moss, green wool, and green concrete powder, I think it'll look pretty cool. Obviously grass and leaves and stuff. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna go for something like this. I have some like interesting ideas for this roof, but I don't know if I'm good enough to do them, so I'm not gonna say anything yet. We'll see what I kind of end up cooking up here. Trust the process, trust the process. All right, that's the green part kind of retextured a bit. I think it'll look a lot better once I start getting stuff in, because for now I'm just kind of doing texturing stuff. This stuff's weird though. I have an idea, but yeah, I don't know how to execute it. I don't know how I'm supposed to do this. Yes, there's a legitimate chance that I will make this build worse. Okay, let's just not be surprised when it happens, okay? All right, let's just accept it as a fact of life, all right? Okay, I feel like it's getting there. It's getting there. Like, you know, like, you get it, you know? Back-to-back cherry. I'm not sure I like this in the front, though. I feel like it's coming along. I'm gonna add some life to, like, the green parts. Just, like, some grass, I think. Probably do it. And then we'll, I don't know, kind of take a step back and see what we're doing next, I think. All right, I like that a lot, actually. I think that's a pretty big improvement over that. I'm gonna go around, add maybe some trapdoors, change a few things around, maybe some flower pots, some lanterns, that kind of stuff. Feels like there will be a lot of flower pots because the roof is like kind of nature. So yeah, I'll add that stuff around and then we'll kind of just see where we're at here, I think. All right, that's a bit better. Yeah, let's get like, I don't know if I want to do something like this. I mean, I guess why not, right? Slab here, like a table here, like rug, a flower pot here. I think it's coming along. I think it's almost done. I think I'm gonna make this like transition a bit smoother. I think that would look better. I like the palette, but I just think let's try some stuff here. I just think it would look better something like that instead of being so like sporadic. But maybe not. I don't know. Just path up a little bit. Podzol in there, I guess. I don't know. All right, I think we're almost done here. I'm gonna think about what else I could do real quick, and then we'll kind of finish it up. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. I got an idea. I have an idea. All right, I like that. I think it's a pretty cool improvement to this build. I didn't do like the most crazy stuff with it or anything. Just kind of focused on the roof, and I really like it. All right. I'm happy with that. Let's get a quick shader look, actually. Oh, looks cool. Like, come on. I kind of cooked. All right, whatever. Let's move on to the next one. Next, we got this house from Brain Eater TV. Kind of interesting house. It's not like, I don't know. It's not like bad or anything. It's just like a lot of weird stuff to it. Like, there's these front decks that it has. The entrance, like a circle. Really small interior. Kind of small build in general. I'm going to try my best to kind of do what I would do to this build. I'm not really sure what, though. I'll figure it out. Very weird roof shape, too. It's even, which is kind of a problem. I think first up, I'm just gonna move this all back a block, and then I can make the walls like odd, and then I can make the roof meet a point, which I guess is probably not the original intent to have it like go up in a point, but I don't see how else I'd fix it like personally and make me like the build, so I'm gonna do it and see what it looks like. Red foundation, by the way, really weird. I'm just gonna kind of carry everything up, an extra like block, you know, just fill everything in. Yap. Like, shut up, bro. All right, so there we go. Now it's kind of odd, so I can get rid of these slabs and make it a point, which again, probably not the original goal, but whatever. I don't know. I think it'll look better at a point, so that's what I'm gonna do. And you know, before you get a bunch of comments saying I do the same roof shape on every build in this video, they're literally already the same roof shape, all right? I didn't do this, okay? It's already the same thing, so this is not my fault. Okay, leave me alone. Go away. It's already the roof shape, man. Having a curve at the top doesn't make it any different, man. It's still the same shape. Just right until it's up, and then like, but I don't know how I'm supposed to make that look good. All right, like, you know, it kind of, I have to make it meet a point basically. All right, obviously that doesn't look great, but that's because, you know, I need to put a gradient in it. I'm just gonna add some like normal deep slate up here. I think it looks pretty decent. I don't really know what I'm doing, to be honest. I'll figure it out eventually. I think I'm gonna make this mean a point too, just an extra block. Maybe do slabs here. Oh, maybe we could add a bit of like uniqueness here, like it, you know, kind of curves like both ways. I like that. Sorry if I'm just like not good at speaking, by the way. My bad. In all fairness, it's 3 AM right now. Okay, so I'm just kind of yapping. You know, we'll blame that. I kind of like that. We'll just like make this like stupid. You know, I like that. Adds a bit of character to it. Now I feel like I gotta do something up here to make this a bit different because those look kind of cool. I kind of like that. I don't know. It's just like a bit unique. It's not like crazily different or anything from just standard roof, but I think it just adds a bit of character to it. I know it's not like the original like intention of that build or whatever, but I mean, it couldn't be much more different, honestly, but whatever. Can I hang lanterns here? Probably not. All right, I like the roof change. I don't care, you know. Whatever, it works. It works. Now I gotta worry about these front parts, which I just don't think I like. What else can I really do to fix this? I don't really know. All right, I think windows here will actually help. I don't know why there's not windows. I think I like that. Like, I don't know how much I can really do to fix this build, just because the shape and everything is just so weird, you know? Like, I'm trying, but I'm human, you know? Like, yeah, stone brick sort of path in here. Very weird door, but I gotta keep it kind of for the aura. Like, why is everything so tall, you know? I gotta shrink this door down a block, I think. We'll get, like, some kind of tables and, you know, stuff just in here. Just because it, you know, looks empty, needs a bit of color. And over here, we'll do the same thing. I don't know. We'll put a bed here for some reason. This is the bedroom. I just kind of want color out here because it's too much of the same color. All right, we'll get some leaves and some grass around it, I'm calling it. All right, I think I'll call it there for that house. I don't know. It's an improvement in my opinion. Kind of have no idea what I was meant to do with this. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I figured I'd challenge myself, and I definitely did challenge myself because I don't really feel like I made that much of an improvement on this, but I like the roof, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Let's move on to the fifth and final build, and it's a banger, all right? It's a banger. And for the fifth and final house, we have this house by Chom. No disrespect to the builder. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this to make it something I personally like. I get what they were kind of going for. It's like one of those like sort of modern style houses that's just like a lot of like cubes that are kind of like interlinked and stuff. But dude, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this. I'm actually gonna start, I think, in sort of a different way. I'm gonna start by just deleting stuff. So I think these leaves can go. Wow, there's a lot of them. Yeah, maybe world that got me on that one. All right, there go the leaves. Kind of give us a better view of what we're working with. I'm gonna get rid of some of these details too, just to kind of, again, just get a better view of what we're kind of dealing with here. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'll try to replace it with some sort of greenhouse, maybe feature of some sort at some point. But yeah, this is gonna go for now. By the way, if you're enjoying the video, you know, consider subscribing. You know, I'd appreciate it. You know, I don't know, channel's been growing like crazy recently, but you know, of course, I always appreciate anyone who subscribed. You know, you're the GOAT. Look, I want to keep the cube thing, but I also can't. All right, I'll be realistic. I don't think I could just keep the tops flat. So I think what I could do is kind of meet in the middle. It's kind of like a gradual slope using slabs. I gotta keep this base kind of scale here, which is gonna be very tough. But yeah, wow. I don't quite like that slope. I want a more kind of intricate sort of slope. I want it to kind of peak in the middle, but I want it to be gradual on the edges. So it's kind of like a bit tough. I don't really know. I'll be honest, guys. Okay, I'm kind of stumped. My 3 AM brain is not showing the path to fixing this, bro. It's just not possible, right? Like, this is not gonna look like, nothing will look good here. Where's dark oak for this thing? Okay, all right, hear me out. And then we take this frame and we kind of just like follow this, you know? Okay, this is gonna look terrible. Okay, all right, I'm just gonna say it. This is gonna look very bad, but we're just gonna run with it because I'm tired and I don't know what else I'm supposed to do with this. Nah. I'm giving it my all. I am legitimately trying, okay? But it's just like, dude, what am I supposed to do with this? Let's stack this like 7, whatever. Yeah, no offense to the builder. I appreciate you submitting. For me personally, though, I don't think this is salvageable, like, in any way at all. But we'll see. Something like this. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to go about this, and then I'm just gonna kind of carry it across. I think, like, that's not terrible. Like, it kind of is. Like, it definitely is, but, you know. All right, let's work out the rest of these roofs real quick. I'm gonna go for the same style, I guess. This one's gonna be weird. Something like that. You know, like, that's a decent shape. I'm just gonna run with that immediately. I'm not even gonna go for any, like, more attempts here. Alright, same thing here where the frame carries up with the roof. That's not bad. Like, if you ignore what it's built on, I mean, like, the roof shape is not bad. Hold up. We may be witnessing a miracle. I'll keep you posted. Like, hold up. You know, hold up. And I think for this roof, we'll kind of make it, like, challenge this one, you know, like, go against it. Something like that, I think. Kind of want to come to like here-ish. We'll see. I hate that I'm starting to not hate this. You know, it's doing something, you know? I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm building on autopilot. So, my bad if there's been like not a lot of commentary. I feel like I barely even know where I am right now. All right, Jokes aside, okay, this house is coming along like all right. For what I have, you know what I mean? Sure, you know, that looks incredible to me. All right, we're done with the roof. It is definitely an improvement, all right? I just gotta keep the positive mindset going, all right? We're getting there, we're getting there. All right, all texturing is now gone. So we just gotta look at this more objectively, you know, as a blank slate. Get rid of these as well, I'll do my own supports at some point soon, before I fall asleep, but at some point. Okay, what to do next? Because what about this front part? I want patio of some sort. We'll do, what was even said to? Yeah, I guess, I don't know. Do like a big door here, like a very big window. Hear me out, right? I think I actually kind of got something in mind here. I feel like this is recoverable. Sorry if I'm like all over the place, honestly. I just kind of, it's already a big build, right? But then like there's a lot to fix with it. So it's kind of just, you know, a lot to worry about. Okay, let's get this support in. I kind of want to have like a curve similar to like everything else I've been doing somehow. Something like that, you know? I like that. I actually do like that. Hopefully it's like, kind of understandable that I'm basically just gonna focus on like a main like front view for this. All right, I'm gonna not worry about the back too much because like if I do, I'm gonna lose my mind, I think. All right, we need something going on in more places, basically. Separate that, have a foundation layer. Do the same thing over here. I think that kind of actually does a lot. We can get a large window here. Sure, you know, whatever. Some plants. I feel like we're almost done. I kind of like the brick foundation look, honestly. Let's do something like this, I guess. Flower pot. Just trying to break this like space up a lot, basically. All right, let's get this like greenhouse thing in. I think I'm gonna call it like before I pass out. I don't really know how I plan on doing this, really. I just kind of said I was gonna do it. I didn't think it through at all, obviously. Like, why would I do that? I honestly really like the way it looks. This build, like, oh, I used the wrong wood. This build is honestly, like, I kind of hate how decently it's coming along. Like, I'm not gonna finish the back. Like, I'm just not gonna do the back. No one's gonna look at it, and it's like just a huge empty space with like nothing. There's no, not even like any inspiration here or anything. It's just empty space. But yeah, the front of it, kind of don't like how much I like it. Yeah, it's gonna path in some plants around. I think I'm probably gonna call it. All right, but the lanterns and stuff, I think that's about it. You know, for what I had to work with, as a reminder, by the way, if you thought this was bad, you know, I'm pretty happy with how it came out, you know, what I ended up with. I think I made a lot of interesting choices that maybe aren't amazing, but I think they're all right. I think I made the most of what I had, basically. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Let me know if you enjoyed, you know, consider subscribing, like the video, you know, join the Patreon, all that. I'm gonna quickly show like every build with shaders. So we got this build, you know, like the last build, of course. It's kind of flower one, which is low-key a banger. You know, the cherry roof one, and the first house start off the video. So yeah, let me know down below if you enjoyed this video. You know, I appreciate all the support. If you made it to the end, you know, you're the GOAT, you know, all that. It's like 4 in the morning. I'm about to go to sleep, and then I gotta edit this tomorrow. So, you know, see ya, bye, subscribe, like, all that. And yeah, thanks for watching. And of course, as always, thank you to my patrons, Aelic, Amirali, ThaMango, Luty 77, Tommi, and of course, Sai. And yeah, see ya, bye. I'm going to sleep.